Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Once again, it's your boy Abdul, the health man, the nutritionist. I am here back live, and we're going to have a good discussion tonight. Tonight is a little important, but before we start going through all that, let's handle some business. Most of the time you see this show, I am on a podcast called Grown Folks Talk. I'm on this podcast between the hours of 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Sunday nights. And if you ever want to call in and be a part of this podcast, you can call us at 520-525-8633. Once again, that's 520-525-8633. This is the podcast where you see a lot of my shows. Sometimes I live stream on YouTube, and sometimes I actually upload the shows to YouTube. So if you ever want to call in, ask me a question outside of YouTube, you could catch me at the Grown Folks Podcast, the Health Man Show at 525-8623. Now, let's get on topic today. Okay. And before I do that, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, the Health Man channel. My job is to educate you about nutritional supplements as well as just nutrition in general. So this is a good one. I'm going to get into this. Ready? This is the topic. You're fat. Now what's next? Did you just hear that? Let's talk about what's next. Let's talk about things that's going on. First, let's talk about the problem. Obesity in America. Now, I have a lot of notes, so I have stuff on my lap. You see me swear away from a little bit, but I'm talking to you. Obesity, the definition, first and foremost, the definition of overweight in America, or just overweight, is having over 25% BMI or body fat, body mass index. So if your body mass index is over 25, that means your body fat is over 25%. That means you're overweight. If you are 30% or more of body fat, you are considered obese. So let's talk about what is obesity. Okay, and that's what the definition of obesity is. You have 30% of more body fat. So let's say we put you on a scale and you weigh 200 pounds. Okay, let's just say that minimum of 65 pounds of that 200 pounds is fat. Okay, that's minimum. Sometimes people have up to 40, 45, 50% of their body mass is fat, and that is obese. So what is the problem in America? Right now, 41.9% of all Americans are obese, according to the CDC. This is all CDC information. From 1999 through 2017 and 2020, the obesity rate increased from 30.5% to 41.9%. That means 1 out of 4 people in America obese. Obesity and certain types of cancer. It is the number one leading cause of preventable death, premature death. It's the number one cause of preventable premature death. Okay. The estimated annual medical cost of obesity in the United States was nearly $1.3 billion in 2019. The medical costs for adults who had obesity were $1,861 higher than the medical cost for people with healthy weight. That means if you are obese, or even if you're overweight, you're going to spend more on medical bills. And it's the number one preventable disease in America, preventable cause of premature death. Okay. Did you know back in 1980, the obesity rate in America was 13.4%? So we're talking about in 1980, 13.4%, 1999 to 2000, it all doubled in 20 years, 30.5%. Now we're in 2022. It is at 41.9% of Americans are walking around are obese. I ain't even say overweight. I'm talking about obese. Okay, that means you have over 30% body fat, you know? So and it's costing you more money to be fat. Okay, so related loss of income. Obese people spend about 56% more time off of work because of health-related issues. 56% more time away from work because of health-related issues. So your overweight is because your bills are higher because of your overweightness and obesity. And then the secondary thing, it also causes you more money because you take off work and you're probably not getting paid. Okay. Now, we on obesity right now. Let's talk about Black folks. Okay. Or I like to call them FBAs. I got that from Tariq Nasheed. He says FBA. What is it? Foundational Black Americans. Okay. So we're going to talk about FBA's Foundational Black Americans, or if you want to say African American, I kind of like that FBA thing. Black people, or FBAs, have the highest amount of obesity at 49.9%. That means 1 out of 2 Black people walking around are obese. Not just overweight, obese. 1 out of 2 Black people are walking around obese. 49.9%. Okay. The next group that's closest to us, Hispanics, 45.6%. White people, 41.4%. And then Asians, they're real slim and trim. They are 16.1%. Okay, that is obese. Okay. Usually, the more educated you are, the less likely of being obese. Except in Black men. It's weird. Black men who become more educated actually gain more weight. Whereas guys who have less than high school diploma or high school diploma or less, they usually are less obese. And it's probably because of the jobs they do, more physical labor and things like that. Black women are the highest rate of obesity in America. This is coming from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office of Minority Health. African American women have the highest rate of obesity or being overweight compared to all other groups in the United States. 4 out of 5 African American women are overweight or obese. That means 80% of African American women are either overweight or obese. Okay? 80%. And out of that 80% that is overweight and obese, 56% of them are obese. So 80% is overweight, just in overweight as well as with the obesity all together. So 4 out of 5. And out of the 4 out of 5, out of that 80%, 56% of them are obese. That means if you do the math correctly, that means is what? 24% overweight. That's an obese. That's a problem in our community. That's a major problem. 20% of the women who are walking around that is in that overweight and obese category, 24% of them are overweight. Everybody else is obese. That means they have 30% or more body fat. That is a problem. Okay? Black women are 50% more likely to be obese than white women. Black people, just in general, are 20% to be physically fit. Okay? Now, I'm not just going to be one group. Black men, 56% of Black men overweight and obese. 6% of those men are obese. So it's a lower amount down to Black men. But when it comes down to Black people in general, we are overall 49.9% of us. 1 out of 2 of us are obese. Black women, out of that group, 80% of Black women are overweight or obese, and 56% of that 80% is obese. So we have a problem in our community, and it needs something to be done about it, because it is really a toll on as a Black community. How can you be healthy? How can you be healthy if most of the people around you, how can your community be healthy? Most of the people around you unhealthy. Obesity is a state of unhealth. Okay? Don't tell me that you're healthy because you don't have high blood pressure and you're overweight. That is not a state of health, because there are other things that's involved with having overweight and obesity. And it's not just, oh, my blood pressure came back okay, I'm not diabetic yet, and things like that. It's so many more. It's making your heart work harder and all them other things like that. Okay, so we get into the statistics about obesity. We're not going to stay on that too long because I really want to get to the nitty gritty. Then people say, oh, I have, it's my metabolism. So what the heck is a metabolism? People say, yo, my metabolism. So let's talk about what metabolism is, okay? Metabolism is the process by which your body converts what you eat and drink into energy, okay? During this process, calories and food and beverages are combined with oxygen to release the energy that your body needs to function. That's what metabolism means. All it means. Weight gain is not caused by slow metabolism. Okay? Let's get that out the way. That's not true. Weight gain is not caused by slow metabolism. Okay? And let me explain why. You got to understand the way genetics work, okay? You got to understand the way your body works. Your genes have been around for tens of thousands of years. The information that's inside your DNA has been around for tens of thousands of years. Your body, at one point in time, man did not have access to this much food, okay? We did not have access to this much food. So our mechanicism figured out, well, while I'm eating, I have abundance, let me store some. So the body converts that abundance of energy to fat. It's storing it. It's saying, hey, I need to put this aside. And then there will be times in which man did not have access to food. So the body will go pull on that reserve energy, because that's what fat is. It's reserve energy for the body. Okay? So understand what I'm saying. It's reserve energy for the body. Genetically, for thousands of years, man never had access to this much food. So we always had some storage for us to burn when we did not have access to food. So you will always see people with slim and trim back in the day, hundreds of years, thousands. They never were really big. Only ultra wealthy were really big. But most of the people were slim and trim because they may have had 1 meal a day, 2 meals a day. They may have skipped a day where they didn't eat because they didn't have access. So the body stored the fat. Okay? What's happened is that right now our metabolism working overdrive because it's saying, oh, energy, let me store, and it's putting it on. Think about your body as like being like a cell phone and a battery. Okay? Think about the battery. The best way of getting the best out of your battery is to not overcharge it. They tell you if you overcharge your battery, you're going to have problems. Okay? You're going to have problems. You're going to destroy your battery. Your battery is going to die sooner. Okay? If your battery is if you keep overcharging, it's going to die sooner. That's what happens when it comes down to your body. You are overcharging your battery. You're giving it too much in it, and it's storing it. How many people go on vacation? They keep packing luggage. That's what you're doing with your body. You're saying, I'm going on vacation. Let me get 1 suitcase. Oh, let me get 2 suitcases, 3 suitcases, 4 suitcases, 5 suitcases. Let me get 10 suitcases. You keep stacking on suitcases. Where are you going? Well, how much suitcases do you need? Why are you packing on this much energy? What are you doing with it? Your body is efficient. It is storing as much as it can. But that same way of you packing on all that energy is destroying your battery, is the same way as destroying your body. Don't overpack the battery, and you won't over-destroy. And that's what's going on. It's not slow metabolism. Your metabolism is working the way it's supposed to. You're giving it too much energy to do. Okay? So, most people need to eat about 2,000 calories a day. Now, it's a range between 1,600 and 3,000 calories a day, but I'm going to keep it at 2,000 calories a day, okay? 2,000 calories a day. To make a pound of fat, you must build up to 3,500 calories a day. 1 pound of fat is equivalent to 3,500 calories a day. That means if you're consuming too much calories, once you get that excessive amount up to 3,500, that means if you ate 60 or you ate 3,500, but you burned 1,600, you only pack it on 1,900 calories. But the next day you may pack on an extra 1,000. Then the next day you may pack on an extra 500. You meet your goal. You made a pound of fat. Okay. So you want to keep your calorie content in between 1,600 to 3,000, depending on what you're doing, if you're an athlete or something like that. But most people around 2,000 calories a day, and that can help you maintain and keep that weight down. That's one thing, okay? Second thing you can do. This is something you can definitely do. Now, we always talk about the problem, and I'm not just here. This is the Health Man Show. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just here talking about the problem. We got to do something about it. So what can we do about it? Now, we packed on all this power. We packed on all this fat on our body, you know? We packed on all this stuff, right? So what do we do? Oh, before we go any further, I want you to be aware. There are things that has caused us to put on more weight. So it's not just people are eating more. Since 1980, there are up to, what is it? They say there are, since 1980, it's 23% more sugar in our food. So the food you had in the 70s and the early 80s, now there's approximately about 23% more sugar in your food. So more sugar is going to cause you to put on more fat, because sugar converts to fat if we don't burn it off. So it needs to be stored as glycogen, and the excess glycogen that can't be used, we're going to store it to fat, okay? All right? So since 1980, 23% more sugar in our diet, less activity. More and more people do not work outside. So we are less active than we were back in the day. You know, the jobs were more physical back in the day. So that's another thing. Okay? Do this. Now, this is the mine. I said this for so long. AC helps make you fat. Probably like, yes, air conditioning make you fat. That was one of my things. I always said that air conditioning helps you put on, right? And I actually looked this up. It said temperate environments. This is another theory that they have out there, that temperate environments help people gain more weight. When it's hot outside and it's hot in your house, only thing you want to do is drink water and eat fruit and maybe a salad. Ain't nobody eating no fat back. Ain't nobody eating no heavy fried chicken, you know? But when you're in the air conditioner, and I went into my friend's house, it was 65 degrees in his house. It's like, whoa, man, it is cold in here. 65 degrees. When it's cool in the environment, you eat like it's wintertime or fall time. And what do you eat during those times? What do you eat? You eat heavier foods. Your body actually wants to pack on a little bit of weight from the cold. Well, if you're indoors and it's cold, it's cold inside, guess what's going to happen? You're like it's cold, you know? You okay with having some hog maws and chitlins, and you okay with that, with collard greens and turkey neck. Man, you ain't eating that if it's 92 degrees in your house. Before you even take a bite, you broke into a sweat. It's so hot. Nobody's trying to do all that. So temperate environments make a difference. Okay, make a difference. Okay, so please understand that. Turn down the AC. You don't need, if you like it, just turn it down just a tad bit. Okay, so now we're going to address the problem. So we talked about, hold on, I got to drink some water. So we talked about, what we say, sugar in the food, a lack of activity, lack of going outside, temperate environments. All those things help contribute. Working more hours, more people are actually working double time, so it makes it a lot harder. But we're going to address the problem. We're not just here talking about the job on the Health Man Show. It's a job. So what can we do? Okay, we address the problem. Okay, you got to do intermittent fasting. Okay, intermittent fasting. It is basically, let me see. You can do, is what they call the 16-8 rule, where you do 16 hours of not eating, 8 hours of eating, in the window of 8 hours of eating. So what most people do is they will fast from 8 p.m. at night to 1 p.m. the next day. So they're not eating all day. Okay, they're not eating most of the day. You know who talked about this too? Elijah Muhammad. He used to, one of his things was eat to live, was to eat one meal a day. And now we understand why. It was all, just eat one meal a day. So intermittent fasting is very important because it allows the body to take a break. You're going 16 hours with non-eating. And we're going to talk about the benefits of that. You're going 16 hours and 8 hours of a window of eating. You're not eating for 8 hours. You just have a window of eating. So you're not snacking throughout the day. You may only consume 1 to 2 meals throughout that time versus eating 3 meals a day plus snacks. Okay. And there's another form of intermittent fasting in which you will eat and you will not eat for a whole day. So 24 hours not eating, and you can things like that. Okay. So those things are really good. Intermittent fasting. Now, why is intermittent fasting really good? Number one, it benefits your HGH, human growth hormone. Okay. It increases it. It can increase your human growth hormone by up to 500%. Okay. Why is that important? We talked about in the last video, the power of testosterone. You can also say about estrogen and things like that. Intermittent fasting stimulates HGH. It helps the body recover, helps the body feel younger, and all those things like that. It helps deal with, when athletes get injured, they help them heal faster. Your HGH is at its highest when you're between the ages of 15 and 25. And you already know how important that was, those times. It improves insulin sensitivity, and insulin level will drop. Insulin is anaerobic. It makes your body store fat. When you eat, your body secretes insulin to make the sugar. Either it turns it to glycogen or stores it as fat. You want your insulin to become more sensitive so your body can, so if you're becoming on a borderline diabetic or anything like that, it has to effectively make insulin work. But it also eating, so insulin is not in the blood. It allows your body to attack the fat. It allows your body to increase its fat burning abilities. So it allows you to tap into your fat. It allows you for cellular repair. When you are fasting, when you're doing intermittent fasting, you're not eating. 40 to 50% of your daily energy goes to digestion. Okay? You heard what I said? 40 to 50% of all the energy that your body creates goes to digestion. What happens if you're not digesting? You start to repair your cells. Okay. So you start to repair your cells. Okay. So allowing your cells to repair, intermittent fasting allows that. It also helps improve the longevity of your genes, or the genes that have an effect on longevity and disease control. Okay. So something's going on with my internet. Sorry about that. Something was going on with my internet. Sorry about that. But let's get back into it. So we talked about gene expression. Now let's get into the diets that may assist you. The keto diet. The keto diet is very effective. The keto diet focuses on clean fats and protein and vegetables. Now, why clean fats and proteins and vegetables? Ketosis. So the keto diet basically focuses on it because it wants your body to go into ketosis. What is ketosis? Okay. Ketosis is the process of your body creating ketones. Ketones come from the fact of burning fat. So as your body is trying to burn the love handles you have and the chicken wings and all that stuff, as it's trying to burn the fat, it creates a byproduct called ketones. Ketones are energy for the body too. So your body creates these ketones. So going into doing the keto diet wants you to go into ketosis. Okay, very important. Now let's talk about how do you know somebody is going into ketosis? They have a smell on their breath. You know, if you ever been around people that's fast, they actually have a smell. Most people like it's funky. Like, you know, it smell, you know, if you ever smell fast during Ramadan or anything like that, you'd be like, damn, you know, but that is the smell of actual ketones. That's the smell that you get. Those are ketones. Okay. So keto diet focuses on giving you good fats that maybe come from like olive oil, flaxseed, chia seed, avocados, coconut, things like that. The clean fats that help you with allowing the body to use the fat for energy, as well as it focuses on proteins and also vegetables. Okay, giving you clean vegetables, the alkaline in the body, and all those other things, because you still need vegetables, but really no fruit in the keto diet. Okay, but it helps you focus on burning fat. Okay. Now you can think about another diet, the low carb diet. People have heard of Dr. Atkins. You heard of the South Beach diet. You heard of paleo diet. Those focus on the same thing. They focus on more on protein, fat, and vegetables. So it's basically the keto diet, but keto focuses a lot more on fat, and the low carb diet focuses a lot more on protein. You get the same benefits from the both. One may be better for another person and vice versa. So those are three things. You want to do intermittent fasting. If you can do that, you may want to focus on the keto diet. I like the keto diet more than anything else, and or the low carb diet. Those are really good three diets, or one thing of a mechanicism as far as intermittent fasting that can help you focus on losing weight. Okay. Now, this is a little thing I want to talk about. Nowadays, everyone has a thyroid problem. Everybody got a thyroid. Oh, my thyroid is acting up. Really? How you know? Okay, but if it is, not a problem. If you have hyperthyroidism, you're not worried about fat, okay? You are trying to put on weight, because hyperthyroidism actually makes somebody lose weight. And it's like what Wendy Williams has. Wendy Williams has hyperthyroidism. You know, she has the bulging eyes, really getting skinny and things like that. Or you have hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism is where the thyroid is actually, your metabolism has slowed down because of the thyroid. The thyroid is a gland that's right around the lower neck right here. And it has an effect on metabolism because it secretes hormones that causes metabolism to actually speed up or slow down. Okay. So the thyroid is very important. So nowadays, everyone has a thyroid problem. I find this that, hey, I got a thyroid problem. Okay. So there's things you can do to help you with a thyroid problem. If you have hypothyroidism, you need to infuse your diet with iodine-rich foods. Now, what is iodine? Iodine is a mineral that is found mainly in the thyroid. You need a minimum of 150 micrograms a day. Now, thyroid-rich foods, you could get foods such as seaweed, like nori, kelp, kombu, okay? Sea moss. Now, we talked about sea moss the other day, right? We talked about how important sea moss is. Well, sea moss is really, really rich in iodine. So listen, Dr. Sabi knew what the hell he was talking about. You see that? We talked about is sea moss God in the other video. Now you understand why sea moss is so beneficial. It's extremely rich in iodine. One of the things. So consume your sea moss, consume your kelp, eat the nori. You know, nori is that thing you get inside of what is that? Sushi. You know, that little black strip that's inside it. Eat that. Those are things that are rich in iodine. Okay, there are other foods that's rich in iodine. You got codfish. You got iodinized sea salt. You can always use iodinized sea salt. That's sea salt that's added iodine to it. Milk and yogurt is really good. Dairy is good in iodine. Oysters and also pasture-raised eggs are rich in iodine. So you have sources of iodine you can get daily, but it's very important. And I don't want to hear and say, I can't afford this. Oh, God. No. Kelp capsules. Kelp capsules are cheap. Okay? Kelp capsules are cheap. You could buy kelp, KELP capsules cost you about $10 to $11 maximum. It is cheap. You could take 1 or 2 of those a day, give you enough iodine. You got 2 to 3 months worth of iodine right there. So I don't want to hear that you can't get access to iodine when it's a cheap, inexpensive product. Okay, so we talked about iodine. So we focused on your thyroid. So don't say, Abdul, you know, I got a thyroid issue. I just gave you some clues and some things that you can do to help you with your thyroid. And then there's also some other herbs that's good for the thyroid. Now, we're going to get into exercise. Okay? And this, before we even go there, let's go this. You do not lose weight in the gym. Okay? Comprende? You do not lose weight in the gym. Is a statement. You get in shape in the gym, you lose weight at the table. Say it with me. You get in shape at the gym, you lose weight at the table. Okay? It doesn't matter how much you work out. You can work out for 45 hours straight. If you are eating 10,000, 40,000 calories, you're not going to burn nothing off. Okay? You have to watch your diet. That's why we talked about the 2 diets as well as intermittent fasting. That will get your calorie content and your fat burning process under control. Started. And then you exercise. That helps you burn off more. Okay. And you get in shape. So you get in shape at the gym, you lose weight at the table. Okay. But let's still talk about exercises that can help. Build muscle with strength training exercises. Okay. You need to pick things up and lift them down. You need to pick them weights up, lift them down. Put them down. We are going to do exercise. We're going to lift weights. You want to build lean muscle. Now, you always hear, I got to drink some more water. You always hear about building lean muscle. Why do they say that? Oh, I heard muscle burns fat. Muscle does not burn fat. Okay? Muscle does not burn fat. What muscle does is it raises your metabolic rate. Muscle requires more energy to move around. Okay? So if you are muscular, you have lean muscle, your arms are a little more muscular, your legs a little more muscular, it is pulling from your body. Your body is telling you, listen, I need more energy. Come on, you got to give me some more energy. So building lean muscle, the body say, hold on. Okay, there's only so much energy I can give you. I need to tap my reserves to give you this energy. So let me go to this fat, pull some of that fat so you can continuously burn. You have more energy. So that's the benefit of having muscle. It requires the body metabolic rate. It makes the body metabolic rate higher. So your body needs more energy to burn to do its normal task. You're just walking around, you have more muscle, your body needs to pull from the fat to use it. If you don't have as much lean muscle, the body says, oh, this is nothing. It's not a big thing. We could keep that stored fat there. You want the body to pull from that fat. So you want to build lean muscle. You could do that from using weights. You could do that from using resistant bands. You could do that from using calisthenics, pull-ups, dips, push-ups, anything you want to do. Long as it requires you to put a little strain on that muscle, that resistance to that muscle to help you build muscle tissue. You want to build muscle tissue. You want to build lean muscle. Secondary thing is HIIT exercises. High intensity interval training. Extremely important. 15 to 20 minutes a day. Okay? 15 to 20 minutes a day. High intensity interval training. You have 1,000 exercises you can find on YouTube. This is a blessing. One thing about we in the information age, you have access to YouTube. You can find all this information on YouTube. Okay? You can find free and high intensity interval training workouts, HIIT workouts all day. I give one to my mother does one for senior citizens, and it's a 12-minute one. You need about 15 to 20 minutes worth of exercise in a day. Third thing, do cardio. Walk, run, bike, swim, jump rope. Whatever you can do to get that heart rate up, get the body moving. It's really good for helping you to lose weight. Okay? So we said build lean muscle by lifting weights, and you don't have to lift heavy. Lifting weights, doing calisthenics, using resistant bands, whatever you want to do. Do high intensity interval training. That's extremely good for helping you lose weight. You can Google some exercises for that. And also possibly doing cardio. You could do cardio. You could do walking, such as walking, running, bike riding, swimming, jumping rope, walking up the stairs. Anything that requires you to get that heart rate up. So you want to do cardio. And I got something to say real fast. This is to all the people who sit here and say, you're skinny. What do you know? Or they get on everybody. Well, you've been skinny all your life, or you've been in shape all your life. Let me say something to you. Getting fat or gaining weight is easy. I want to be straight up. This is the health man talking to everyone out here. It is easy to gain weight. You know why it's easy? Because the only thing you have to do is sit back and chill. I want to sit back and chill, watch a movie, eat popcorn, drink juice, eat pizza, do all those things. It's easy. It requires discipline to stay in shape. It requires discipline. It's not something that people just get. It requires discipline. You have to know when to say no, enough. I love ice cream. I love ice cream. You know what I'm saying? I got to say no. Nope. I don't want to get up 5 o'clock in the morning all the time to go to the gym. I don't. It is hard. When it's 25 degrees outside and it's cold and your bed is warm and that alarm comes on at 4:50 and you got to get to the gym by 5:10 or something like that, it is difficult. It requires discipline. So anything that you want to gain out of life is going to require a certain amount of discipline. So don't just say, oh, you're skinny, you don't know anything. No, it requires discipline. And those who have done it understand that the discipline that's required to do it. And you can do it too. It just requires discipline. I've given you some of the tools that can help you with that. Now is just the start. To start exercising, you need to do 15 to 20 minutes a day. And only thing you need, the best time to do it is in the morning time. If you are a single mom and you have kids, you own your early mornings. If you have your kids got to be to school by 7 o'clock and you usually get up at 5:30 to get them up, get up at 5 o'clock and go downstairs and do 20 minutes of exercise for yourself. If you work late and you come in the house and all them other things, before you go to work, give yourself 10 to 15 minutes. Only thing it requires is 15 to 20 minutes. Most people own their mornings. They own their mornings. You just wake up 20 to 15 to 20 minutes earlier, give yourself some exercise, and go on your way and start your day. And that's the way to do it. Now, we're going to my alley. Now we're going to talk about supplements that help you to lose weight. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is actually not a supplement. We're going to talk about water. Okay? Water is the number one thing that helps you lose weight. Most people do not drink enough water. Water is the number one thing to help you lose weight. Now, why is water number one thing? Because when you're dehydrated, dehydration can sometimes hide itself as hunger. Thirst can hide itself as hunger. So you need to supply your body with enough water for the day that thirst does not trick you to believing you're hungry. Sometimes your body will say, okay, you're not giving me the water, I'm hungry because I'm going to get the water from the food. So you're packing on calories and the only thing your body wanted to do was drink water. Drink water and satisfy your thirst, and it can a lot of times alleviate the hunger. Okay? So the first thing you need to do if you want to lose weight, drink more water. 8 to 10 glasses a day plus food. Second thing, fiber. Get more fiber in your diet. Now, what I'm doing, what's up with the fiber? Why fiber? Fiber satisfies. It gives you a level of satiety. Fiber swells in your stomach. Fiber swells in your colon. Well, guess what happens if it swells in your stomach? It makes you feel full. Guess what? Your body doesn't even digest it. It pushes insoluble fiber. It just comes in and goes out. So you satisfied your hunger with fiber. Consuming more fiber, it swells in the stomach, makes you full longer. So let's say if you had like a breakfast and you had a fiber-rich foods, you'll notice that you're full much longer. So fiber is an excellent source. And you could get fibers at the health food store. If you don't get enough in your diet, you could go get some psyllium husk. You could go get some flax seeds. You could go get some chia seeds. You could get baobab fiber. You could get oat bran. You could get wheat bran. No wheat bran, but oat bran. Things like that. Fiber. Fiber is really, really good. Hemp seed, very good source of fiber. Secondary thing, these are all non-supplements, but they can be supplements. The last two, protein powders, or just consuming more protein. Protein helps stabilize your blood sugar a little more. It helps give you more satiety, okay? And that also helps you with keeping your cravings down. Protein can also cut your cravings for sweet. So consuming more proteins. I do a protein smoothie in the morning. I don't do too much intermittent fasting. I want to get more into that later in the day. I'm trying to stop eating at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I don't eat into the morning time. But now would be not 16 hours, it'd be a little less. But I do a protein smoothie every morning. Protein, avocado, maybe a few berries, baobab. I do chia seed in there. I do soursop. I have what else? I have some other things too. I had those, not too much though. Maybe one more thing, and I blend that up together. That's my smoothie. I drink that for breakfast, and I throw some amino acids in there. That's my breakfast. Okay, so smoothies or protein powder. A good supplement: chromium picolinate. Now, we talked about this. If you watch my diabetic show, my diabetic video, that was called Too Much Sugar in Your Tank. Diabetic. So my Too Much Sugar in Your Tank, I talk about chromium picolinate, or GTF chromium, or chromium picolinate, or is another form of chromium too. Chromium stabilizes your blood sugar. It stabilizes your blood sugar. So you want to do chromium picolinate, okay? So chromium helps you go from these waves of blood sugar, and it helps you stay more stabilized. Why is that important? If your blood sugar is more stabilized, you don't crave as much. You're not craving sweets. And also, the more deficient you are in chromium, the more you crave sweets. And we got to reduce our sugars if we're going to help us lose weight. So taking chromium helps you stabilize your blood sugar. Caffeine. That's right, caffeine. Caffeine. Now, I'm not saying telling you got to do, hey, yeah, buddy, that energy drink or C4 to get your caffeine up to 300 milligrams or 400 milligrams. No, just caffeine, a little bit of caffeine. Caffeine stimulates the nervous system to directly signals to your fat cells to release their fat. Okay, so it stimulates the nervous system to send direct signals to fat cells, telling the cells to break down and release their energy. Okay, so caffeine helps you with losing weight. That's why a lot of times weight loss products, you will find caffeine in them. Okay, Garcinia cambogia. Garcinia is really good for helping the body lose weight. This is a supplement that helps you lose weight. Garcinia blocks the body's production and making fat. So that's the way Garcinia works. If people say it boosts your metabolism, no, it tells your body, hey, don't make fat right there. Chill out. Don't do that. Don't make that. Don't turn that sugar to fat. So it helps block some of that production. So Garcinia is really good if you want to lose weight. It helps you block some of that production that allows the body to make fat. So Garcinia cambogia. Green coffee bean, another one that has caffeine in it, another flavonoids in there that helps your body burn fat and helps your body speeds up metabolism and things like that. Green coffee bean has been really effective for showing to lose weight. Green coffee bean extract. Did you know cayenne pepper speeds up metabolism too? It's another one that stimulates the body to release the energy from the fat cells, as well as it improves your blood circulation. And it actually, cayenne pepper acts as a catalyst. So you take cayenne pepper with any other herb, it makes it work better. And as well as if you take cayenne pepper with any supplement, it helps your body absorb the supplement better. So cayenne pepper is a catalyst, but it also helps stimulate your metabolism and helps you lose weight. Apple cider vinegar. That's right. Apple cider vinegar is another good one to help you burn fat. It also has malic acid in there that is also really good for helping to deal with people with carpal tunnel and things like that. So apple cider vinegar, as well as, is really good for dealing with stomach acid and things like that. Apple cider vinegar is another good one to help you lose weight. Now, there's much more that I could talk about on weight loss. You could talk about white kidney bean extract. That's a supplement that helps your body from it kind of breaks down amylase. Amylase allows your body to break down sugar so your body can absorb it. White kidney bean extract actually stops that process in digestion. So your body will get rid of a lot of the carbohydrates. There's another product out there called PGX. That's just basically glucomannan, a matrix form of glucomannan that helps, it swells like fiber. Okay. And then you have some other things. I'm trying to think. CLA. CLA is another good one. That stands for conjugated lanoleic acid. CLA is really good. It acts as a fat burner. I actually used CLA maybe like 20 years ago. I actually got really good results. CLA works if you exercise. If you're not really exercising, it's okay. If you exercise, it really is a fat that helps your body stimulate fat burning production. Metabolism, okay? So CLA is another good one. But we gave you a couple of good supplements that can help you lose weight. So I just want to recap real fast. What is it? 41% of all Americans are overweight. 49% of all African Americans, basically 50% of all African Americans are overweight or obese. Okay? Actually not overweight. 50% of African Americans are obese. Okay, 56% of, what is it? I forgot how many men. I want to get this right. I don't want to say it wrong. I want to make sure I get this answer right. Okay, 30% of all black men are obese, and 56% of all black women are obese. 80% of all black women are overweight or obese. Okay, so we talked about those things you can do: intermittent fasting, the keto diet, the low carb diet, drink more water, take kelp or something, or iodine rich foods that help protect your thyroid. Eat more clean proteins. Okay, clean proteins. Drink more water. Try one of the supplements like chromium or garcinia or green coffee bean, or take cayenne pepper, apple cider vinegar. All those things can help stimulate. And then exercise. Make sure you build lean muscle. Either do high intensity interval training, do some cardio. These things can help you with that weight loss. We want to effectively change our community. How do you build a community? How do you build a community if everyone is sick? How can you build a strong nation when half of the nation is overweight or sick and obese? Okay? So we have to focus on building a nation, building a community, but you got to first focus on your house and lose weight and get your health back in order. Because if you stay overweight, your kids are going to be overweight. And the only thing we're doing is destroying the next generation, and we're giving them more health issues. Okay? So I'm glad y'all tuned in tonight. It's the Health Man. Once again, if you ever want to be a part of the show, you can like, subscribe, join the show, share it with everybody. My job is to educate you, inform you, and I'm really, really happy that you've come on and listened to me tonight. We're going to keep educating. I have another show coming up in 2 more days. We're going to talk about a new topic. But thank you for being a part of this. And I bid you adieu.